Can you sit still? He said, I don't know you and I don't like you. Okay, you ready? Thank you so much for signing up to become a foster family for Stray Rescue of St. Louis. We can't do it without you, and with your help, we can save hundreds more lives than we would have been able to otherwise. Whenever you take an animal to foster, you clear up a spot in the shelter so then we can go out and rescue more animals to fill up that space. When you foster, there are a lot of different options. You can foster puppies, adult dogs, nursing moms, moms who are about to give birth, adult cats or kittens as well. So we need help with a lot of different things, and our foster families are key for that. Fostering costs you nothing but time and patience. We provide all the supplies that you need, from a crate to toys to, of course, food and medical care as well. So everything that you need, we can provide for you. But because of that, we do ask our fosters to live within about 45 minutes of the shelter so that they're able to make it back for vet appointments. Some animals will need to come back to the vet more often than others, so we just ask that you are relatively close to us so that is not a big burden on you. Most of our foster families do work full-time, so you don't necessarily have to be a complete homebody. We know that everybody has their own life and their own jobs, and that's completely okay. You're getting these animals ready for life in their forever home, so most of the people who adopt are going to have jobs as well. So that is one of the reasons why we do provide a crate for you, so they have a nice, safe place when you are not at home. You also do not have to own your house as long as you have landlord approval to have an animal on the property. You do not have to have a fenced-in backyard as long as you're willing to take the dog out on a leash. And you, of course, can have other animals as well. That's really good for the foster animal to be able to socialize with other animals. If you do have other animals at home, we will set up a time where you can come in to meet with our training team to make sure the new foster animal will get along with your animal at home, just to make sure the transition into your home is seamless. And our most commonly asked question is, what if I fall in love? How could you not fall in love with that guy? And that is totally okay. That's what we lovingly refer to as foster failing. It's the best kind of failing there is. And you are more than welcome to adopt your foster as long as you haven't yet put them on the website and they don't have pending applications. If your home is the best fit for this animal, we obviously want to keep them with you.
Yeah, you were kind of shy. Is you kind of shy? Just a little bit.
So if you are a new-time foster and you're looking for a little bit more of a challenge, we have pregnant dogs, we have nursing mamas with puppies, we have feral dogs, and we have special needs dogs. And each and every one of them can be a little bit different challenge. So depending on what you're up for, we can help you out with any of that. The nursing moms or pregnant moms, these dogs have their puppies in some of the worst conditions ever, and that's no way to start off a puppy's life. So we will always go out to get moms and pups and pregnant moms, and really, as far as a pregnant mom goes, she does most of the work for you for probably the first 3 to 4 weeks. They generally stay with mom for 6 weeks. So you only have 2 weeks of hard part, which is picking up a lot of puppy poop and socialization. All that's really, really important for puppies that are coming off the street. Even if mom had the puppies in your house, if mom's been on the street, then socializing those puppies is very, very important. And we have people available all the time to answer any questions. We supply everything that you need: puppy food, puppy pads, a pool for a whelping box if the mom has not had her puppies yet. Whatever you need, we are absolutely here to help, because we can't do this without you. So we really appreciate you taking a pregnant mom or a mom and pups in to get them off the street. We also have feral dogs. A lot of people don't truly understand what feral is. They think that maybe that means the dog is mean. And really all it means is that the dog has had no socialization with people. So it's very familiar with street life, but really not much more than that. So this is a really, really specialized area. We are always in need of people to help these dogs for us. We will typically keep them at the shelter for, a minimum of a few weeks for our staff to kind of work with them. A lot of times these dogs don't even know what it's like to have a leash on. And when they do, they get very, I wouldn't say agitated, but they'll gator roll, they'll chew on the leash. So it's important to have them a little bit beyond that before they go into somebody's house, because these dogs are a huge flight risk and they need a ton of socialization. But again, we have excellent people on staff to help walk you through the different things that they need, suggestions of how to help them. With the feral dogs, it's probably one of the most rewarding things that you can do, because you'll watch this dog go from, one that cowers in the corner and doesn't even want to look at you, to one that greets you at the door when you come home, sleeping on your couch, wanting to cuddle with you. And when you look over and see that, it's an amazing feeling. So, trying to do it without crying.
He's like purring like crazy, dude. Hi, I'm Liz, and we also have cats and kittens to foster. When you come in, we'll go over the whole foster process with you, but what it entails basically is you come in every couple of weeks to bring the kittens or adult cats back. Adults only need to come back one time for boosters. The kittens come back every couple of weeks for them and can't be adopted till their 10-week mark if they're 2 pounds to be spayed and neutered. Most of the time, we ask you to get them on the website within the first week or two. That way, after you know their personalities really well, they can have a foster or an adoptive home lined up at the 10-week mark. Kittens go in pairs, so kittens should be in foster homes within a litter or in at least doubles. If a single kitten is found, we can get them into a foster home, but they should start intermingling with other cats around the 6-week mark. So with adopters, we're looking for somebody that has another cat in a home for kittens so they can socialize better, and that's really important to have another cat because they teach each other that, teeth hurt when they're biting or nipping each other. We always, always, always need fosters. If we don't have something that matches your preference at that time, we will in the near future. So it's best to contact us and they'll direct you to the right person. We send you home with all the supplies, including, a crate for acclimating or a kitty condo if needed. We can give you litter box, toys, food, litter, scoopers. Everything will be case by case. So we give you a animal info sheet, and that'll tell you when the cat needs to come back, and you'll schedule that based off of, your own time. So if you can only come in on Thursdays, that's perfectly fine. If the cat needs medical help, which is pretty common because we rescue them off of the streets, and we have in-house veterinarians, you would take home medicine or anything that would also be written on your animal info sheet, and then you just coordinate with our doctors when the cat needs to be returned, or you send pictures if it needs to come back in for vetting.
Bro, sit down. No. Please get this dog. Hi, I'm Kiera, and this is Tao. And I am the Director of Shelter Operations here at Stray Rescue. So you probably go online and see all of our puppies, and puppies are great. We always have puppies. There's always a need for puppies, but we have an even greater need for adult dogs to find foster homes as well. They need to get out of the shelter. It's high stress here. My staff, some of the caregivers, the adoption team, they fall pretty deeply in love with these guys and realize how perfect and deserving they are of the home. and we just want the best for them. So if you have other dogs at home, that is totally fine. We just have you come in and we will do a dog intro with your dogs and our dog. This guy specifically is not a fan of other dogs and would need to be in a home with no other pets in it. However, we do have plenty of others that can go home with other dogs. So we just do an intro to make sure they get along good, and then if it goes well, we send them on their way with you. Just take it nice and easy with these guys. They have been through so much. There's so much trauma. There's so much stress that they've been through. So one small setback can bring them back here, and they have to kind of start all over, and it's very hard on them. So we cannot stress it enough to go slow and take your time with these guys. We have endless resources. We have the pack walks on the weekends. We have training classes available for you guys. Our trainers are always at only an email or phone call away. Until you either adopt this dog or find an adopter, the foster is our dog. So we have rules and guidelines in place, and the biggest one of those is no dog parks, especially for our not dog-friendly dogs. But even our dog-friendly dogs, we ask that you do not take them to dog parks. It's just a liability reason. We also don't know, the other dogs there, if they're vaccinated, all that kind of stuff, and it's not good news. This is such a rewarding experience, and once they feel comfortable and they're happy and healthy in your home, it's the best feeling ever. So come get one of these guys and give them a chance.
Hi, my name's Hannah, and I'm the puppy coordinator here at Stray Rescue. This is Wilhelmina. She's joining me for the video. I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about fostering puppies. We rescue thousands of puppies every year, so we're pretty much always in need of new puppy fosters. We would love to have some just lined up so we can take in even more puppies. So basically when we get puppies in, they can range from, bottle feeding tiny babies to older puppies and everything in between. A lot of times when they come in, they are pretty hungry. A lot of them have worms in their belly. You can see kind of their bellies nice and big. When they get in, we give them dewormer. So sometimes the first night that you take home puppies, or even the first couple days, they might have worms in their stool. People get freaked out about it, but it's normal. It's getting them all out of there. Any puppies that come in, we like to send them off in pairs. You can take more than 2 if we have a whole litter, but they do need to at least go with one other litter mate. Just, to help them with socialization and everything like that. If we do get in a single puppy, we just try to send them somewhere with another social dog in the home. Again, to kind of help them learn dog manners. All of our puppies, they cannot go outside until they've had 2 rounds of booster vaccines, just to be safe. So we send you home with tons of puppy pads, towels, anything like that that you might need. We can give you an X pen that you can kind of keep the puppies in with all kinds of potty pads. As far as when puppies can be adopted, they can be adopted as soon as they have been spayed or neutered. So a lot of the time, adopters get them on the website within a few days of having them. Start meeting with applicants. With puppies, you'll get lots of applications. You can start meeting with applicants and you can mark a puppy as pending with a potential adopter. They just can't actually take over custody of the animal until it has been spayed or neutered. We have puppy socialization classes here on the weekends that you can bring them to. They're just fun. Who doesn't want to be, surrounded by puppies all the time? And like I said, it's kind of a good guaranteed, that they're gonna get adopted fairly quickly. Puppies go nice and quick. It's great if you have social dogs in the home, but if you don't, and your dogs aren't really a fan of puppies, then, like I said, we can send you home with gates, X pens, anything like that to kind of give the puppies their own space, and then your dogs their space in the house so that they don't feel overwhelmed by the puppies or jealous of the puppies. Even if you're working a lot, it's useful for them to just have a place outside of the shelter, and that is why we would send them preferably with a litter mate so that they have someone to play with while you are at work.
Welcome. My name is Cherie Bainey, and I'm a certified professional dog trainer, and I'm the senior trainer here at Stray Rescue of St. Louis. And we've put together a video here for you to know what your resources are for fostering here. And training is one of them, and it is huge. There's an adjustment period the dog has to go through when they go to your home. There's like a rule of 3. The first 3 days, it's a big adjustment for them. They might not eat, and they might be like kind of shy and shut down, depending on the dog's personality. So we get a lot of calls like, oh, the dog's not eating, what should I do? Because people are worried. The dog is adjusting, but they will be okay. And then their first 3 weeks, they tend to be filtering their behaviors. If you go somewhere new, you don't necessarily totally act yourself because you're around people you don't know and you have to be, a little different. So they filter their behaviors differently, and their true self starts to come out after about 3 weeks. And then you might see some more rambunctious or difficult behaviors that you don't know how to handle. And contact the training team at our email or give a call, and we'll be happy to help you with that. We have a lot of behavioral experience. So we've briefly mentioned the first 3 days and the first 3 weeks. And then after the first 3 months, they're going to be more really settled in, somewhat attached to you, and you'll see behaviors that you're going to need training help with. Because a lot of these kiddos, they get, these street strays we rescue, people get a puppy and then they don't train it, and it's out in the backyard, and then it runs off. So they didn't have it in the house very much. They don't know house manners necessarily so good. Sometimes they do. And you're going to have behaviors like trash rooting and counter surfing, and they just don't know what to do or how to be because they don't know what the rules are. So we can help you with that, to help them understand what to do in the house, what are the house rules here. And you'll have different dogs different amounts of time too. You might only have them for a month, or you might have them for 5 months. It depends on the individual foster. But wherever you're at with that process, we will be able to help you. This shelter keeps dogs long-term or no-kill, and so we've had to learn about dog behaviors. We don't just make them go away because they're difficult. We learn how to deal with them, and then we are able to pass that information on to you. We can talk to you, help you with tools like slip leads, how to use those. Sometimes the shy dogs are hard to hang on to. They might be a flight risk when they get to your home. So we have to use slip leads. We have to use martingale collars, things to keep them from getting away, because if they get scared, they might bolt. We have all kinds of knowledge that we can help you with, and we're very patient. We love dogs. We love dogs here, and we will do whatever we can to help you. So please reach out. No question is too, simple, nothing's silly. Just ask, because everybody has different amounts of knowledge. We have a lot because this is what we concentrate on. If you don't know, just ask and we will help you. Thank you so much. All right, this is my handy assistant dog, and I just wanted to talk for a minute about the fact that the shy dogs, they could be flight risks, because if something scares them, a lot of times they're just going to take off. And so you've just gotten to your home, you're trying to get them out of the car and into the house, and this is that first 48 hours or so is when your brand new foster dog, sometimes they take off and they get lost because they just don't know where they are. And they have no point of reference. They're in a strange place, so they don't know where to go to hide. Tools like slip leads. So this is a British slip lead. Goes on the neck, and the tab must be down to the neck. And we always suggest 2 slip leads per dog. Our dog walkers must use 2 slip leads, our volunteers. Tab down to the neck. It becomes more firm when they pull. And then you put your hand in there, make sure you've got the dog, and just get them into the house. And if you take them out into the yard, even though the yard's fenced, They must go out on leash for a period of time, probably like at least the first week. People tend to rush this way too quickly, and the dog does not know where it is. Something scares them and they take off. And, you know, people have had the dog come out of regular leash, you know, the collar pops off the head, or they don't have a good hold of the leashes and the dog pulls them out of their hands and they take off. One of the kids lets the door open and the dog pushes out the door and takes off, these kind of things. So you have to be very aware of that for your foster dog. Also, martingale collars. Martingale collars become, a clip lead is used with this, but it becomes more firm. It tightens up when you pull on this loop that's separate. So that's something else that will help you hold on to the dog, and you use that with a clip leash. But just, you know, just be very, very careful. We often send dogs home. We've got the slip lead sticking out like closed in the door so that you can grasp the handle and then open the door and then walk in the house. So you've got the dog from the get-go. So that's just, I wanted to address that point because we don't want them getting away. They don't know where they are, and it's hard to get them back.
Oh, I love you. Are you not getting enough treats?
Hi, I'm Andrea Wilkie, Director of Operations here at Stray Rescue. Now that you've got your foster pet settled in, it's time to start marketing them to find their forever home. You can send in a photo of your foster pet being adorable in your home and a bio about what they're like and what their best home would be. And you can email that to natalie@strayrescue.org to get up on the website. And once those applications start rolling in, that's where we also need your help as a foster parent. We will send you applications that we've looked through and think could be a good fit. And we ask that foster parents reach out within about 48 hours to those potential applicants to talk about your foster pet and see if it might be a great home for them. If so, we ask that you set up a home visit to take a look around, make sure that it is going to be the best fit, and answer any questions that they might have. Talk to them about your pet and what you've noticed in the home. After you have done the home visit and talked to the applicant, make sure to keep an open line of communication with our adoption team so that they know what the status of that application is, and they can be aware if you would like to proceed with adoption. It's awesome that once you've had your foster pet in the home with you, you become very attached, you love them so much. It's awesome that you get to play a part in finding their forever home. I think that is one of the most rewarding parts of fostering, is that you will get to see where they're gonna live out the rest of their days and their happy ever after. You get to play a part in choosing that home and seeing that home.